want to address something on my page, and I'm speaking with my outside voice because this annoyed me. This is about a video which I made, which was called Facing Racism in the UK. My first experience, right? So I told a story which was about me going to a job, and I turned up in my dad's vehicle, and my dad's vehicle was a Range Rover at the time, and the guy kept on asking me, how do you afford this? Like, how do you afford to pay for your plumbing course and the car? Originally, at the beginning of the story, I explained this man is a black man. This man is someone who's looking at my CV. So when I looked at the comment, I said, are you listening or are you not? Because now I'm doing the squinting, like I need glasses. I don't need any glasses, you know. I just need to know that what you're saying, you know what you're saying, right? So let's get to what that person was saying. The person in the comment said, maybe the person was questioning how your dad got that car. Why? Why would they be questioning how my dad's got the car? And what they assumed, yeah, was that when black people have something nice, like a car, materialistical thing, a thing which you don't have to pay full amount for it when you get it. Everybody knows that. You couldn't get that because you're not wealthy enough. The first thing that person said was maybe you got it illegitimately. Maybe you got it and maybe you've got gaps in your CV, like you've been to jail. If I had gaps in my CV, what the fuck would I be doing in front of this person here today? Why would I become an employable person? I always want people to think with your head up here. Don't start typing because it makes you look mad. Then I have to make a mad video like this to explain what you said. And this is what they've said. Verbatim, yeah? I'm not trying to... What they said was this. I don't know where you took that from my page, or from even looking at any of my content. Never worked in Feltham, never worked in 10, never worked in Scrubs, never worked in Pentonville. Prison's got nothing to do with me, my guy. But the racial profiling is something what you're doing by saying those things. You didn't say that person could have got that from good investments, good choices in life. You didn't say that from working hard, as if some or a majority of black people do not work hard. It's all racial profiling. That's what you got to understand. You see, when some people, and this person might be black who's saying this to me, so it just makes me think, I know everybody is not on the same level of comprehending things when they see them, or even just dissecting something and saying, oh, okay, that person is racially profiling you. Because would that person ask those questions to someone else who was white? We don't know. We can only assume the word no because you don't know. That's how I would move with that. Would he say that to someone who was white? I would say, I don't know. I don't know seems closer to no. For me, that's a fair enough answer. But I feel that sometimes when a black man, a young black man tells their story with on the internet, yeah, there's more questions than the time when you're listening to the clarity of the story. Because your questions might be, you might have think you watched CSI when you was younger. You might have watched The Bill. Fuck it, you might have even watched EastEnders and you worked some shit out before. But this ain't that, this is real life. And in the real life, yeah, I just tell the truth. I've never been a bullshit talker. If I tell a lie, I'll probably not want to eat tonight. That's not me. I'm not on that. I don't need to impress anybody on the internet who don't know me. There's no wagwans. Big up yourself, what I'm going to get on the road. I get that anyway. My thing is just that people's levels of education, yeah, especially when you're talking about the development of you as a person, yeah, it shouldn't be taken in the way which someone has took this, as in a sense to like tell me, oh, maybe it's because you know, you used to do some other stuff. Nobody's never said that. I've had this YouTube account nearly for 8 years. Why would you say that? Do you get it? But the profiling and how people see people, that I can't help. I can't help how someone assumes something about me. No. What I can do is leave creditable information, which is on the internet, which is on me. You know, you can go and look up Mr. London Plumber online and you will see articles, pages. I'm going to do it for you right now because it's like people think that maybe that person possibly thinks that I've come out of nowhere. And that might have been the first video they've ever watched of me. So it is very naive of me to say, oh, why don't you know who I am? Or why don't you know that that's not me? That's not what type of person I am. So let's get it up because I said I was going to get it up. All right. Apple Music, yeah? Podcast. YouTube channel. Article from HP Plumbing Magazine. Google reviews. Facebook. HPP Magazine features Mr. London Plumber. This is only the first page. And there's a second as well. You know what I mean? The weirdest thing is that because it's me telling you the story, I have to explain myself. And that's what I find a lot of us doing as black men, is explaining yourself to people who don't give you the chance. And if we've not learned anything this year, through content, through my stories, through my experience, it's just to tell you that a lot of things in life are not fair. I know that. I know that if I didn't speak about some of the things, what I've spoke about on my channel, certain people would collab with me easier or do certain things. But I understand that I got a voice and I will tell my story. I won't sugarcoat it. I won't bullshit it. That's not me. And I know that the more I stay true to myself, yeah, and stop bowing for stupidness and stop entertaining silliness. I don't think this is silly. I think this is good content, to be honest, because I've said it before. The black community has a level of Uncle Toms and people that are begs, people that just want to please other people and will tear down your own very quickly. That's not me. That is not me. I'll always stand up for people, listen to people's stories and try and sympathize with people's reality. But at the end of the day, I didn't live it. I wasn't there. I can only listen and learn. And that's what my channel is about, listening and learning, self-educating yourself, learning that some of the things what happened to you then don't need to be happening to you in the future. That you are better than this. That was just a hiccup. But telling the other generation about it. Not jump into the comment section and saying something wild. Like, yeah, that person was probably... Why would they... How many people have inquired about your dad's car? Let's be real. Your dad might have had a shit motor, I don't know. My dad drives nice cars. That's it. There's nothing else to talk about. There's many people that their dads drives nice cars. So people ask them, their friends ask them about, oh, your dad's car's sick. I saw your dad's car when he was picking you up from school. Oh, I saw your dad's car when he got you from college. What are we talking about here? This is why I know that society and people's mentality is in a different place nowadays when it comes to making accusations about things what you don't know. People can only tell you so much from a video, right? I can only tell you so much from a video, and there's a portion of it which you should be able to work out. I explained in this video earlier that we was in an interview. If we're in an interview, why would that person not have my job CV in front of them? They would be unprepared if they did. Let's not assume that they didn't have my CV in front of them. So they can see when I started plumbing and where I am now. So why would you assume that there was any gaps in there? Because why would you want to see anyone that there was gaps in? And the timeline tells where you was, what you was doing, blah, 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 blah. I've said on my channel before that plumbing is my first job, actually, my first official job. But I have said that I worked for 2 companies at the same time. I used to work in JD Sports while I was doing my plumbing apprenticeship. So in my plumbing apprenticeship for the first 2 years, I worked for 7 days a week. What people want to hear you say is that you work to your bone to scrimp and scrape to go and get this or that. That's not what I had to do. I just had to work to get what I want in life. And then when you have what you want in life, people want to say that maybe you got it in a different way. Shut up, man. If that's how you feel, my only answer is shut up. And I'm not worried about people that person that has that view upon myself or thinks like that, because that's not the direction of my channel. That's not the direction of my thought process. That is not what I've ever told any young person. Me, myself, I've said it numerous amounts of times. I've been a plumbing lecturer for 9 years. 9 years teaching young people. None of those young people have ever asked me anything like that before. And they've seen me in nice cars pulling up to their college because they know my thing. That's it. Do they ask me about my car? Yeah, they do. Do they know how I got it? Yeah, being a teacher. Duh. Do you get it? Like, some things I just don't understand with some people, man. I don't. But I just want to educate the people who do know that situation there was a fine class in racial profiling. That's what it's called, people. If you didn't know, it's called racial profiling. And yeah, I do feel that some black people can do it to others. And I feel that anyone can do it. Anyone's capable of it. I had a white guy tell me that he's got black mates and all that, and that's why he can't be racist. Again, that's not racial profiling. That's you saying something very racist there. And it's bullshit. Any person that's turned around and told me they've got black mates and all that, I just walk away. Don't ever say that to me. There's nothing to do with it. I don't ever go around and tell people I've got white mates, you know. I know I have. Why do I need to say it to people? Why is it their colour first before they're my mate? They're my mate. Don't matter what colour they are. I kick it with them. They keep it real. Got a good mate. Do you get it? When I explain to someone about my mate, I got a mate called Aaron. I don't tell people Aaron's colour before I tell him about his excellence, about what he does. Not at all. It's got nothing to do with it, boy. Nothing. "2026 is coming around the corner. We need to put a lot of these conversations to bed and to rest. But I guess that some people need some fire sometimes. And I'm kind of here for it sometimes, man. Because, you know, I expect people to grow with me. I'm growing with my content, attitude, positivity. And I want you guys to grow as well. And you should know that, in 2025, moving to 2026, it's hella dumb to say that to someone. Hella dumb. Hella dumb. But I appreciate everyone who has watched that video, because again, I'm speaking about my experiences, and my experiences are always going to be different to other people. I don't expect people to sympathize or deeply understand, but they might have had their own experiences. moving through life. Someone might have made you feel a way, but now you know, because you're a little bit wiser and older, what that was. That was this. That was someone trying to draw me the fuck out of my character. That was that. I dealt with it like this. You might come across this. And it's only wisdom for people who don't know. Because I know that a lot of people haven't got like an older brother, older sister, someone to pattern them up, a cousin who can tell them about this is what might happen when you get into this. Because they're not in that field. I'm telling you, because I'm in that field. I've been in that field for a good 20 years coming. I'm part of the field. I'm the white lines. Keep it in this shit. Don't go outside that, because it's a foul ball if you do. But the internet's a different place, people. It is a different place. But like I said, I appreciate people that go on, check out the video, because it's an interview settings and it's a professional settings. I just wanted to let people know the unprofessionalness of people, interviewees, employers, people that feel that they could ask you personal questions and how to fucking shut that shit down. Because we're not here to know each other on a personal level, only a professional level. Do you get it? Like, share and subscribe, yeah? And I don't want to make videos just for one person or one person's comment, because you might feel like you was doing the little wind-up thing. You wasn't. I just wanted to make some more fucking content. Anyway, make sure you like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next upload. Let's get it.